How did the health thing happen?
It started with pain in my left leg, and I got myself checked up in different hospitals. It was not going away. In the beginning, some doctors prescribed neurogen injections, and since I was newly married, it was a terrible attack.
You had three failed attempts, then you finally even sat for SBI and got selected. What exactly was your mindset?
Failure was there. I was terribly disappointed, and as a teenager, I was still in my teens, late teens. But then you have to move on. You cannot keep on, especially at that age. You cannot give up.
When did you started writing your books?
पहले तो मैंने कुछ poems लिखी, and those poems they were published by the Tribune also, and I kept on working on it. It started with 25,000 words. Then finally it took the form of Agni, which is right there on your screen.
Hello and welcome to WTO World Talent Olympiad podcast, where we will talk about with you, sir, and your books. So, shall we get started?
Thank you, Shruti, and for giving me a chance to be on your platform. Yes, why not? Let us start the interview.
Okay. So, before we talk about the author within you, I wanted to understand the 22 and 23-year-old Randeep. How was that life for you like?
Before that, before even 22, 23, see, let me give you a bit of backstory. I belong to a family where my father was IAF, in the IAF. So we have traveled all over the country. My schooling was done in places like Kanpur, Palam, in Chennai, then Bangalore, etc., etc. All that had a sort of cosmopolitan effect on us. And since I had a varied experience from rather varied experiences in different places, so I could get insights into various local cultures in, say, Uttar Pradesh, Delhi, and in the north and south, everywhere. And that sort of filled me up with a desire to join the armed forces for the simple reason that my father was in the IAF and I was at school in Bangalore when I first met an airman who gave me a book of general knowledge, and he said that why don't you read this? It will help you for your NDA exams. NDA, that's National Defense Academy.
Yeah.
That's how it started, and I tried. I tried 3 times. Once for NDA and 2 for Combined Defense Services. Somehow could not. I always flopped at the interview level. And that was that. And then later on, I joined State Bank of Travancore as a probationary officer. It was part of State Bank of India's combined examination.
Okay.
And January 80, I joined. So before that, it was very routine sort of thing that since I studied in Kendriya Vidyalayas, we'll go to school and there were playing grounds, there were every type of education and facility was there. So physical culture as well as academic culture was instilled in us. There were extracurricular activities. And I was physically quite fit. I mean, I was not a champion or something, but yes, we used to take part in sport, we used to take part in athletics, plus, of course, study. So, and NCC, etc. So that was how it was.
Okay.
And at the age of 13 or 14, 13, I think I was in 9th standard in Jalhali, Bangalore.
Okay.
When there was a circular in the school where they wanted students to participate in the school day, for the school day.
Okay.
I don't know why and how. I had never done that before. I wrote a one-act play, and it was so much liked by my principal, Mrs. Kamala Droyswamy, that she said we will stage it on the school day. So that was my first success as a writer. And but I did not pursue it because in those days to be a writer means bhook. At least that was what my father used to say. He was a soldier, so that was that.
So coming from आर्मी बैकग्राउंड और आप बता रहे हैं कि
Yes.
आप फिजिकली काफी एक्टिव भी थे, And then I see a contrast, like you want to be a writer, you're a writer, you've written your play so early in life. Like, how do you differentiate between these two personality? It's like very contrasting image.
At school, there was no conflict because I was determined to be in the armed forces. Writing was just an extracurricular activity for the school, and I had never planned to be a writer, never wanted to be a writer.
Okay.
I always wanted to be in that. It did not happen. So there was no conflict as such.
Hmm.
Writing became a sort of enforced alternative. When when I became physically handicapped, then I
Okay.
started.
Okay. And like, how was that life from like all this to finally getting married? And how did you started your job like a normal human being as a normal middle class family? How was that for you?
That was great for us in the beginning because when I joined after failing to qualify for the armed forces,
Hmm.
3 times, mind you,
Hmm.
I applied only once for the banking, this thing, State
Okay.
Bank got selected. So you can well imagine, maybe
Yeah.
because of the physical culture part, because in the State Bank of India, you don't have to do all those physical things,
Hmm.
physical. So maybe that was the reason. And when I joined the bank, I was happy naturally. If you get a tag of officer in those days, nowadays
Yeah.
everybody is a vice president and a president, but in those days, in those days it was a rare thing to be called
Hmm.
an. So I joined the bank. I My first posting was in Kerala itself,
Okay.
a place called Alwa, that is in Ernakulam district, Kochi, and
Uh-huh.
then from there, I went to Trivandrum. From Trivandrum, I went to Calcutta. From Calcutta, I went to Bombay. These were transfers, 6 months period transfers, because we were trained in different branches and different sections.
Okay. Okay.
Like, for example, savings bank, current account, then you have to go for
Hmm.
foreign exchange, loan department. So different branches specialized in different such things. So we will be transferred there. And in between, we were sent to Hyderabad, Secunderabad for training, further training. Like that. I roamed all over the country. Plus, already my childhood was spent in moving from one place to another.
Yeah. Army background.
Yeah. So all this added perhaps to my, you know, overall thinking of personality or whatever you would like to call it.
Okay. Sir,
Uh,
you mentioned
then
3 times failure. I'm sorry if I'm interrupting you. You had 3 failed attempts, then you finally even sat for SBI and got selected. How, like, what exactly was your mindset?
failure was there. I was terribly disappointed. And as a teenager, I was still in my teens, late teens.
Yeah.
And I wept like any other teenager would of that. But then you have to move on. You cannot keep on,
Hmm.
especially at that age, you cannot uh, give up. Giving up was never part of our family ethics.
Hmm.
And I then started. I did my BCom graduation from Bangalore itself. Then I did my MCom from Himachal Pradesh University,
Hmm.
and then I gave exams for the bank.
Okay.
I had to have something ना some नौकरी तो कर ली थी बिजनेस तो आता नहीं है अब भी नहीं तो नौकरी ही करनी थी तो फिर वो मिल गई and frankly it was a blessing and yes, we transferred to Kerala अच्छी जगह है but then things my health and all that deteriorated
How
before that I got
exactly?
married and
Okay. How did the health thing happen?
it started with pain in my left leg and I got myself checked up in different hospitals. It was not going away. So in the beginning, some doctors prescribed neurobion injections.
Hmm.
Somebody said take B complex. Some people, some doctors prescribed painkillers, but that did not uh, cure it. It'll halt it for some time, but then again it will come back, and it was only getting worse.
Mm-hmm.
So then I took leave, went to PGI, and there They also, I mean, despite being in those days #1 hospital in our region, they did not have the diagnostics of what they have today. You know, those days those machinery was not there. The technology was not there. They said it's a sciatica nerve. Another doctor said it is a pulled muscle. Third doctor said there is no cure for it. From there, then I got myself checked up at Toronto Medical College. Same answer. Then Nair Hospital in Bombay, they also had the same answer that there is no cure for it. Things kept on getting worse, and it became the worst when I was posted at Munnar is a place where Tata Tea had its estates, tea estates. And it was very cold and very wet place, like Assam.
Okay.
And it would have been a paradise if I were physically fit, but then things had gone to the negative side.
Okay.
And pain became so much that even movement became terrible.
Okay.
And since I was newly married, it was a terrible attack.
So
Terrible
at
disaster, I would
what
say, my
age
marriage.
it happened exactly?
See, I joined the bank at about in 1980. So I was about 24 years old and around 26, 27
Okay, so
years
like
of age.
fairly early.
But it became this thing when it was in July 1985. So about 28, 29 years of age, I became a back patient. It was so severe, so terrible, and so fast that even I did not know what to do about it. Even my doctors did not know. My family, I mean, we just could not cope with the sudden attack of the disease. And I became 100% mobile, because from my neck to my toes, every joint got frozen, calcified. Could not
Okay.
move anything. So I could not move anything. Pain was severe, and I was admitted to first because these people, allopaths, said there's nothing with them. I tried homeopath. They also gave up. Then I went to Government Ayurvedic Hospital in Patiala.
Okay.
Why I went there? Because it's principal of the government college. It was Government Ayurvedic College. Its principal was my father's friend. He and his brother, he was also family physician for Maharaja of Patiala. And his elder brother or maybe elder cousin, he was also a Ayurveda practitioner and health advisor to the President of India in those days.
Okay.
So they had fantastic credentials, and so I submitted my body to them. But पैदल
So,
घोड़े व पंजाबी में और
so सर मैं बस एक चीज समझना, यंग एज में बेड रिडन होना, इट्स लाइक इंटरनल फाइट विद इन, क्योंकि आप एक्सेप्ट ही नहीं कर पा रहे होते हो, क्योंकि मैं उस एज में हूँ. इट्स यू हैव अ यंग माइंड, यू हैव सो मच टू अचीव. हाउ डिड यू कोप अप विथ इट मेंटली एंड देन फाइनली लाइक ऑन अ डे टू डे लाइफ बेसिस as well?
See, the thing is, of course, I was depressed, and everything was getting destroyed. My social life, personal life, professional life, everything. But on the other side, I had fantastic support from my parents and my sisters. They stood by me like anything. No, एक बार भी मेरे को याद नहीं है कि मेरे and they kept on trying to somehow put me back on my feet. मदर, उनको भी प्रॉब्लम्स थी, मेडिकल प्रॉब्लम्स थी, तो they stood by me, and their sacrifices kept me going. I mean, sometimes I really thought I should leave the world because I'm destroying too many lives around me, especially my sisters. उनकी उम्र थी, उनके सपने थे,
राइट,
जो उन्होंने मेरे लिए त्यागे. बहुत कुछ हुआ. उसके बाद मैंने अपनी माँ को हाइपरटेंशन में अपनी आंखों के सामने जाते देखा. मैं उठ भी नहीं सकता, ऐसा देखता उनको, उनकी जान जाते हुए अपनी आंखों के सामने. उनका अंतिम संस्कार भी मेरे छोटे भाई ने किए थे, मैंने नहीं की. और मेरे पिताजी उसके बाद उन्होंने टेक ओवर कर लिया, जो मेरी माँ मेरे लिए करती थी, पिताजी करने लग गए. और that was how it was. And then मैं राइटिंग की तरफ आ गया, क्योंकि बैंक वाले तो मतलब दे फर्स्ट दे यू नो हाउ इट हैपेंस इन एन ऑर्गेनाइजेशन, र्यूमर्स फ्लाई। तो उन्होंने कह दिया नहीं जी, वो तो बैंक छोड़ करके नॉर्थ इंडिया में, पंजाब में उसने कोई अच्छी सी नौकरी कर ली, अपना बिजनेस खोल लिया है, ये वो। तो दूर थे ना, दिनों में तो दूर थे, आजकल तो सब कुछ यू कैन क्रॉस चेक। इन दोज डेज
Yes.
इट वाज नॉट पॉसिबल। Even Telegram was supposed to be a very high-end tech in those days. फोन में लैंडलाइन टाइप ही होता था, तो there was no way for them to check. But then they ordered my medical examination, and after that they held a sort of, क्या कहना चाहिए, their meeting and all that. They came to me, they saw my condition, and then they said, we'll have to allow you to go because there is no way we can wait for you to recover. That no, since I was only 5 years service, no pension, nothing.
एंड दैट इज आई थिंक कि तब शायद आपने मूव किया होगा टुवर्ड्स राइटिंग.
Mind to we will discuss international, because he was in Forge and he had gone to the border even as an airman. He had gone to the border in 1971. And I think in 1960, no, in 1965 he did not, but in 1971 he went. And he would talk about it, and all that. And then he will tell us very inspiring stories about soldiers and all that stuff. So his own experiences also, he was not a combatant. He was in the support group. Front पे जाने कहा कि why don't we write something about it? So actually my these hands now, they are, in those days they had become something like this.
ओके.
It was holding a pen also was not, it was not easy, and pain was so much that if I had to be turned, because the position पे लेटा रहूंगा तो I'll get bed sores. So I had to be turned every half an hour, 1 hour. And that used to be the most painful thing. And it was very painful for me. So my parents and my sisters would join, and slowly they will turn me on my side, keep me there sometime, then on the other side, like that. And then naturally washing with the towels and all that stuff used to happen. And everybody used to see to it that I don't have too much of discomfort, because discomfort will be there anyway. तो वो सब था कि I was undergoing that divorce also. तो जज साहब थे, जस्टिस, तो द ट्रिब्यून में, न्यूज़पेपर है ट्रिब्यून, them as though it's only men who create problems for their wives, and wives don't. And in my case, it was the opposite. And so opposite was I mean, it happens in a messy divorce. These things happen. So many false charges were brought upon me and my parents, my sisters, everything. And but that did not work out because the judges seemed to be they had insights. And so and which was published in the Tribune, I said, why do you have this one-sided view? I agree. Most of the time, it is the woman who suffers, but men also can suffer. If you want to see what it is like, come to my place. I will show you. I did not expect him to come here. He was a high court judge. And secondly, those were the days of terrorism in Punjab and all that. And I was in Panchkula, which is near to suburb of Chandigarh. But one evening, security jeeps came, car came, and my mother got nervous, and she said, "What have you done? Look." So Judge Sahib came in, and he sat by my side. Then he went back. I can understand. And what he said was that you write fantastic English. I do that only when I'm angry. तो एडिटर थे मिस्टर टी के रामास्वामी, मेरे को फोन किया और कहा व्हाई डोंट यू राइट समथिंग फॉर अस. इंडियन एक्सप्रेस से भी एक दो आर्टिकल्स लिखे थे, एंड देयर वाज वन मिसेस डोना सूरी and Mr. Kavar Sandhu, they were the editors over there, and they were kind enough to allow me some space in the local edition of the Indian Express.
Okay.
It was not regular thing. Once in a while, they used to write it off. And they used to publish it. और मैं पेन या पेंसिल से, और मेरे फादर after getting it typed. हम तो that is how they gave me a book review column.
Okay.
And after that, they also encouraged me to write something on national and international issues. And some of them were published as lead stories
Okay.
on the front page of the Tribune's, this magazine section. And that is how my career as a writer started.
Okay.
And Times of India के financial world होता था, it is now defunct. तहलका and some other magazines and this thing, but mainly the Tribune. And after a few months, Ramaswamy expired, and editor Mr. Shastri Ramachandran, he took over. And then he
Okay.
said that you write well, since you are always in your bed. Why can you watch TV? And I said, yes, I do watch TV. I watch everything. I watch news. Do you watch Punjabi television? मैंने कहा, occasionally, yes. Okay, we'll give you one more column, and you will review electronic media. So that is how I got another thing, column with them. And
Okay.
this continued for 15 years after that.
Okay. Okay. When did you started writing your books?
My books. Before that, what happened was that there was a professor living in our locality, Punjab University professor. He said that my students who are doing PhD, they write well in the sense that their research is good, but their English is very bad. Can you edit their language part? It must be 3 pages, 4 pages type of stuff, But when it came to me, it was as good as a book full thesis, मैंने वो करना शुरू किया तो मेरे दिमाग में आया अगर ये लोग कर सकते हैं तो मैं क्यों नहीं कर सकता तो and it was not that it was coming in a stream. Once in a while somebody will send me their thesis, I would edit it and send it back, and of course I was undergoing medical treatment also. तो उससे क्या हो रहा था कि धीरे धीरे my parents and sisters would support me in standing. Once I started standing, and I could not move much, but they brought a table, desk type, and after 2 or 3 months, they bought a computer for me. In those days, Pentium computer used to be the top computer.
Okay.
It was all black and white type of thing.
Okay.
So in the Microsoft Word, then that I started writing my articles. और उसी के ऊपर फिर मैंने एडिटिंग भी शुरू की और फिर उसी अपनी पहले तो मैंने कुछ poems लिखी, and those poems they were published by the Tribune also, and there was one Asian Times perhaps.
Okay.
There was a paper. M.G. Akbar used to edit it, and I did not know him personally. I just sent my poems and they published it. So then I got सराउट को कलेक्शन मैंने मतलब उसकी एक बना ली, एंथोलॉजी बना ली, और दो तीन पोएट्री इज नॉट समथिंग दैट सेल्स.
Okay.
So I put it on Kindle, Amazon. It got published over there. ऐसे कुछ शॉर्ट स्टोरीज की कलेक्शन मैंने वहाँ पर पब्लिश की. तो it got nothing, no royalty, nothing. Nobody credit की. वो भी पब्लिश हुई थी. He had the distinction of being Advocate General of Punjab as well as Haryana states, and उनकी ऑटोबायोग्राफी मैंने एडिट, और ऐसे एक प्रोफेसर एक टीचर थे, अभी पढ़ी है एवोल्यूशन ऑफ एजुकेशन, लॉ लॉयर्स एंड lawmakers. One of these book reviewers in the Tribune, a lady, she called me up and she said that I have read your short stories. You have got a very good way of showing mindscape,
Okay.
the mindscape of your characters. You are very good at detailing that. So why don't you concentrate on that instead of these silly poems and all that stuff? So I ended up concentrating on that, and my first novel was a satire.
Okay.
And but it Mango Man in the Republic of Bananas. But
Okay.
it bobbed like anything. Because nobody wanted. So it's I kept on working on it. It started with 25,000 words. Working on it, it reached 50,000 words. Then finally, it took the form of Agni, which is right there on your screen.
Yeah.
And then it is about 75 or 80,000 words. So
Okay.
that is how I wrote. It took 8 years. It took 8 years for this novel to reach this stage, that it could be called a decent novel. And within a few months of that, I was side by side, I was working on Omni, so Omni Protocol. So that also, a few months later, that also got published. That's
Okay,
how it
okay.
was.
What exactly is within Agni that it took almost 8 years?
It started as a satire. Satire means I don't know whether you heard of Robert Vadra,
I have.
Priyanka's
Yes,
husband.
yes.
Actually, he's a Vadera, but
Hmm.
he got it changed to Vadra for whatever reasons. He had once, either out of contempt or as a joke, I don't know, he had referred to common man as Mango Man.
Hmm.
And it somehow struck with me.
Hmm.
So later on, after a few years, mango in the Republic of Bananas, our country is going through a lot of chaos and anarchy. So why not write a satire? But that didn't work. And then slowly, over a period of time, I came across so many political changes in the country. I saw them, witnessed them.
Okay.
And what I noticed was that women, their role generally gets understated. Although their contribution has always been at par, if not more than more, because not only do they participate, they also inspire their men.
Yeah, yeah.
It is not just that they participate. Men only participate. They would not like their women to come to the streets. But but women will do the both. They themselves will. और अगर आप देखो पुराने उसमें भी युद्ध हुई और खुद भी
Right.
that was what the women's role used to be. And somehow in our literature वो या तो सब at least in our literature तो मैंने एंड आई फाउंड मैनी अब तो और भी आ गई हैं नेहा बोरा आ गई है और भी बहुत सारी लड़कियां आ गई हैं तो उनमें तो बहुत सारे कम होते थे women you may not like their I mean you may not agree with their politics even in the armed forces now women have come तो why should तो इसीलिए then I and we all know there have been a series of assaults on women
Yes.
and then I thought that if a woman fights back, and there was, we can call it a sort of negative character, but you have to appreciate her. You have to appreciate her for one thing that whatever she did, a lot of wrong things also, but that something wrong had happened to her first. Okay?
Yes.
Then only she retaliated.
Yeah.
Here her parents, Agni's parents are destroyed or killed or wiped out. Then she gets into this. And then there is another side of it. Sankat is another character.
Okay.
Whose entire village was wiped out.
Okay.
And he also wants to take revenge. But their paths are separate. Sankat becomes an armed rebel and he takes the Gandhian part.
Okay.
And that is the then two streams how they finally reach the climax.
Okay.
So that is the story. And of course, I took inspiration from real life, but the characters which I wanted in my novel, they had to be more than just, prototypes. They have to be real types. So I put them over there like that.
Okay. It's a very controversial question. Which one is your favorite of the two?
Between Sankat and Agni.
Yeah, Agni and
Sankat.
yes.
Agni, of course. Agni, of course, because she has got the spirit, but she is not destructive. The problem is she is not destructive. See, it's very easy to kill. It's very easy to destroy. You cannot bring a dead man to life. If you kill someone, you cannot.
Right.
If you destroy a society, then it takes several generations to rebuild that society. So she did the right thing. She took the Gandhian path. She worked peacefully, kept on resisting, kept on showing guts as well as wisdom. Sankat, on the other hand, he was hell-bent on मार दो, खत्म कर दो सब कुछ, ठीक है? And then what? After that, what? And you then you set a very bad example, very bad precedent.
Yeah.
And if you see in the countries where revolutions have happened, the revolutions not only destroyed the country, but they also destroyed their own creators. French Revolution, Russian Revolution. You
Yes.
look at the people who started those revolutions. Those people also were consumed
Hmm.
by those revolutions. And you take Gandhiji, he was there till the end. He saw to it that the country is put on the democratic path, on the track. It is different thing that somebody thought bullet will be the answer, but
Hmm.
Gandhi still lives. His philosophy still lives. जो वायलेंस से सब कुछ करते हैं वो कहाँ है? स्टालिन कहाँ है? हिटलर कहाँ रह गए वो
Right.
लोग?
So, without
बोलिए.
giving away so much of the story, is there a character or the moment in the novel that challenged your own belief while writing it?
To a certain extent, Sankat himself.
Okay.
Then, uh, then there are other characters in it. There are manipulators in it, and there is an opposition leader in it who is
Hmm.
absolutely without any ethics,
Hmm.
and so all those characters are there,
Okay.
and I have put them over there only because the story demands it. Otherwise, and yes,
Okay.
you we have to have them. तो कैसे करोगे juxtapose? Good versus bad, evil
Yeah, yeah.
versus
Good cop versus bad cop, sort of.
yes.
Okay. And let's talk about Omni. How did Omni came to life?
Yes. Omni, since I've got my own political vlog
Okay.
uh, channel, this thing, YouTube channel.
Mm-hmm.
So I kept on, even in history, world history and all that I've studied. I was a student of history during my school days also.
Hmm.
You study various ideologies, various this thing, and you realize that whether a government is democratic or a communist or a dictatorship, totalitarian, the desire to control
Hmm.
is very strong among the rulers,
Hmm. Hmm. Hmm.
even if they are democratically this thing, or they are formerly they were victims and now they are in charge. जो भी है. Take North Korea.
Hmm.
It's a horrible place to live in. Everything is
Yes.
controlled. Similarly, for some time, China. China has improved. It has become a bit liberal, but not enough.
Hmm.
And similarly, Soviet Union, many other communist countries. So there the control over the people, total control over the people is something that they always try to strive for.
Hmm.
तो ये था मेरे में लेकिन अब we are living in the age of artificial intelligence, which
Hmm.
is also being used now for surveillance, and for controlling the thought processes of common people,
Right.
etc. So I combined that desire um, of the ruler to control
Hmm.
with the AI's capabilities of violating uh, every privacy,
Hmm.
entering personal lives of people, controlling them, controlling their thought processes, their actions, and their everyday lives. Even what they want to do would be
Hmm.
decided by the state. You know what they
Okay.
want to what they want to do, everything will be decided by the state, and anybody who goes to the and tries to resist will
Hmm.
be pushed out. And how did this only come into being? There was one scientist who had created a system, a sort of क्या कहना चाहिए सॉफ्टवेयर
Mm-hmm.
and all that ताकि सारा orderly हो जाए throughout the city
Hmm.
or throughout the country. Everything should be orderly without controlling people.
Okay.
But that software was such that even the creator knew that
Hmm.
sooner or later somebody will misuse it. तो वो डर था उसका वो डर पूरा हो जाता है when he is murdered and the evil people take over.
Okay. 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 That's like the story of Omni and how you described it. I see a lot of correlation with what is happening today in India. How do you think?
Yes.
Is there a correlation between how Omni came to life with and what is happening, or is it a very different tangent?
Actually, when I had started it, it was a futuristic thing.
Hmm.
तब मेरा ख्याल अभी 2014 आया नहीं था.
Hmm.
when when I had, when I had made the story outline.
Hmm.
Then I was more interested in completing Agni and getting it published. तो इसके ऊपर मैंने इतना इतना ज्यादा ध्यान नहीं दिया.
Hmm.
But afterwards, in the last 4 or 5 years, I started working on Omni also. And yes, there are many similarities, but
Hmm.
they are not inspired by the current rulers.
Okay.
Yes, it applies to it. It
Hmm.
does apply. It doesn't apply to India of today.
Hmm.
And it is a warning to our countrymen that it is always better to stay democratic. Democracies last, dictatorships don't. No dictatorship has lasted beyond a particular dictator,
Right.
you know.
Right. Right.
And so it is always better to have democracy.
Hmm. Hmm. Hmm.
आएंगे उससे challenges भी आएंगे, खामियां भी होंगी, सब कुछ होगा. That can be corrected. See, man is basically incapable of working at a high efficiency all his life. Oh,
Hmm.
when I'm sorry, I'm using a male this thing. But whether man or woman, whoever is in charge, you cannot
Hmm.
be always. And we are seeing when Modi, he had a certain, in the beginning, it looked like that he'll do everything. But what
Yes.
happened? You know, what happened? He's unable to even control CJP.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
So things have gone wrong. Our education is in a mess. Our economy is in a mess. And all sorts of things are happening
Yeah.
in this country, which we never thought. In fact, I never imagined that India में भी ऐसा होगा और हो रहा है.
Right.
And see, this communal violence was there even during Congress rule.
Hmm.
ठीक है, but it was never that one party will encourage one group or one community against the other. अब तो
Yes.
खुलेआम कर रहे हैं ना.
Exactly.
It had never happened.
Yeah. Yeah.
ठीक है.
Yeah.
And worst thing is that they have even started giving caste labels to our gods.
Agree.
Krishna is Yadav,
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Hanumanji is Shudra. What is this nonsense? They
It's
they are
nonsense. Utter bullshit.
They are gods. They are gods. That's all.
Exactly.
Worship them. Worship them if you want to. If you don't want to worship them, nobody is no. There is nothing in our shastras that will say that you are not a Hindu.
Exactly.
आप कुछ भी मत करो, आप पूजा पाठ मत करो, फिर भी आप हिंदू हो. ठीक
Yes.
है ना. तो that is how it should be. You can. कल तो अगर I often tell those who are on the other side of the fence कि देखिए आप सब कम्युनिटी, सब माइनॉरिटीज को हटा दीजिए इंडिया से. ठीक है,
Hmm.
सारी माइनॉरिटी हटा दीजिए, सिर्फ हिंदू हिंदू हो जाए 100%. डू यू गारंटी पीस? नो. इट विल बी इंटरकास्ट.
Yeah.
आप एक ही कास्ट कर दीजिए, सारी कास्ट पर में भी सब कास्ट हैं.
Hmm.
समझ. गॉड ब्राह्मण है, सरस्वत ब्राह्मण है, and God knows how many other Brahmins are there. There's a
Yeah.
whole hierarchy of in every caste, Rajputs, Brahmins, even our Kayas or even our Baniyas. You look
Right.
at them. They have got their own hierarchies. And आज भी हम यहाँ पर शादी नहीं करेंगे कि ये हालांकि वही जात है, लेकिन जो उनके सब कास्ट है ना, वो दैट वी डोंट अलाउ. तो
Yeah.
ये अभी भी चलता है ये चीज.
Yes.
So you can create friction at even if 100% there is homogeneity in the society, it is possible. And this is what will happen. So instead of learning to coexist, we will keep on struggling against each other. एक को मारोगे फिर दूसरा, दूसरे को मारोगे तीसरा. It will be a never-ending process of annihilation, and
Yeah. Yeah.
that should not happen.
I completely understand and even agree with you. And the people that I talk to, I think it's very political agenda. Uh, Men fighting against each other basis religion. But when I talk to people, everybody feels the same way that we really want to just talk to each other. There's no fight
Mm.
within between us that
Mm.
we want to discriminate on a very human level.
See, in an ideal state, in an ideal country, which Nehru had envisioned, and even other people
Hmm.
of his status in those times, give them a science-based education, scientific temper should be developed. Historically, history should be taught on facts, not on your personal prejudices.
Right.
Education should be without prejudice. It should be made available to everybody.
Mm-hmm.
Unless you are educated, you will not be able to discern the right from wrong. So,
Mm-hmm.
education should be compulsory and free. That has to be done.
Mm.
नहीं तो ये चलता रहेगा.
Right.
उसके बाद when it comes to jobs, only merit.
Mm.
Nothing else should matter.
Yeah.
Give the best to everybody,
Yes.
everybody without prejudice. Jobs without prejudice. If you want to empower certain sections of the society, including, say, females and uh, marginalized communities,
Hmm.
empowerment करो, लेकिन मेरिट बेस्ड. वहां पर आपने ये नहीं करना कि 30% वाला भी जाकर के डॉक्टर बन जाए, वो नहीं होना चाहिए. If he is a Dalit and he is not getting the job, even though he is 80%,
Hmm.
then it is wrong. फिर उस चीज को नहीं होने देना चाहिए. इस टाइप की जब स्टेट आ जाएगी, बहुत सारी हमारी प्रॉब्लम्स अपने आप खत्म हो जाएगी. बच्चों को सड़क पर आकर के ये सब नहीं करना पड़ेगा. लाठियां नहीं
Right.
सहनी
Right.
पड़ेंगी, गोलियां नहीं सहनी पड़ेंगी. दिस इज हाउ आई लुक एट इट.
Really well articulated, sir. I really like the way you have presented this very particular vision. Going
Thanks to your question.
forward, yeah, going forward, I just wanted to, ask from you at this very particular age, at 70, you have published two novels. What exactly is your message to the youth or the people that are gonna pick these book up? What do you want them to remember about you?
I would love them to read my books, certainly.
Mm-hmm.
But I would also like them to remember one thing, that don't give up.
Mm-hmm.
Never give up.
Mm-hmm.
Once you give up, once you give up, you are gone.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing, no support, no this thing will be able to put you back, even if that support is honest,
Mm-hmm.
sincere, strong. अगर आप ही नहीं चलना चाहते हो तो आपको कहाँ तक घसीट के लेके जाएं. ठीक है ना.
Right.
And today my parents are not there.
Yes.
And if I'm standing today, it is because of them.
Mm-hmm.
But then from here, I have to walk my own path.
Path. Agree.
And that's how it should be. And that is what I tell everybody. Don't give up.
Mm.
Giving up is not a solution.
Mm.
Crying is not a solution. Giving up is not a solution. Although I had cried. Never give up. Keep fighting.
Mm.
And if you first of all do a bit of introspection and find out what you can do best.
Mm.
Concentrate on that.
Mm.
You need not be a writer, you need not be a fighter, you need not be a soldier, or you need not be even a politician. But whatever you are good at, everybody has got some inherent talent. ऐसा आज तक प्रकृति ने ऐसा कोई इंसान नहीं बनाया जिसको कोई ना कोई गुण ना दिया हो. हर एक को कोई उस गुण को, आप अपने गुण को पहचानो और उसको तेज करो, उसके ऊपर काम करो और उसको उजागर करके आप अपनी जिंदगी भी बिता सकते हो, आप अपनी रोजी रोटी भी कमा सकते हो और अपना परिवार का भरण पोषण भी कर सकते हो. इट इज पॉसिबल. That's how I look at it.
That's
We are living
amazing.
we
Yeah.
are living we are living in a very vast country.
Yeah.
Vast opportunities are there. Everywhere. जब मेरे को जॉब्स नहीं मिल रही थी तो डैडी कहते थे कोई बात नहीं, अगर नहीं भी मिलेगी तेरे को, मैं तेरे को दुकान खुलवा दूंगा. तू जब तक करना चाहता है कर, कोशिश कर.
हाँ.
एक फौजी मेरे को बनिया बनने को कह रहा है. His vision was, you can do something, but you have to find out what you want to do and what you
Yes.
can do. That's all.
Right.
He cannot teach me business tricks. I have to learn that.
Yeah. That was lovely talking to you, sir. With that, I would like to say
Great.
thank you so much for giving us your valuable time. I really wish you all the best. And everybody who would
Thank you.
like to purchase your books, we would place the URLs on the description of this very particular video. They can directly go and buy the books.
Thank you. God bless you, all of you.
Thank you, sir.
God bless.